Can we get much higher? So high.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Daily Review, episode number 371. Glad to see you all are back. I got a haircut. Let's move past it. The film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is Tony Scott's Unstoppable. Unstoppable stars Denzel Washington and Chris Pine. You also have Rosario Dawson in this film. There's some supporting work from Ethan Suplee, who you all know from Boy Meets World, and T.J. Miller from She's Out of My League. Unstoppable is a very simple story. There's a train. Through one way or another, the train ends up, it doesn't have air brakes. It's basically a runaway train going 70, 75 miles an hour, and nobody can stop this thing. It's heading towards another train full of school children that are on a kind of a field trip. It's also headed towards the city, and you know what's going to happen there. It's going to destroy thousands of merchandise and buildings and people, and it's just chaos and destruction. And Denzel Washington and Chris Pine are kind of on a separate train. Denzel Washington's kind of the old veteran who works at this train yard. Chris Pine's kind of the new rookie, and together they try to stop this train. I think, like most people, hearing about this film and thinking that this is an actual movie, how are they going to keep this up for 90 minutes? And I'm pleased to say that they do keep it up for 90 minutes, and it does hold your interest throughout the entire film. And I think a lot of that is owed primarily to the directing from Tony Scott. I think his kind of flashy camera work, where the color palette is all distorted and the camera's constantly moving and stuff like that, I'm sometimes not a big fan of that style of filmmaking, but I think for this movie it works. And I think the reason it works is that even in scenes where, you know, there isn't a train plowing into another train or things like that, or destruction and explosions and intense scenes, Tony Scott is always moving the camera. So even in scenes where Denzel Washington's talking to Chris Pine about his wife and the problems that they're having, the camera's constantly doing this swooping motion around them to where it feels like something is going on and something is going to be happening, and I really like that about the movie. Another thing I also really like is the way that the story is told, which is not only told through the eyes of Denzel Washington and Chris Pine and what they're encountering, it's also told back at the station through Rosario Dawson's character, so she's keeping you informed as well. There's news reports that are going on interspliced throughout the film, which is a very nice way to keep the audience updated. I just thought it all kind of worked for me, and I think that the performances also really worked. Denzel Washington, he's Denzel Washington, what can I say? I like the guy. His smile is incredibly contagious, and I don't know why. There's a line at the end of the movie that is not funny at all, and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a joke between Rosario Dawson and Denzel Washington about who am I going to kiss first? And his response is not really funny at all, but it made me laugh, and I don't know why, and that's the sign of a good actor to me. Chris Pine, you know, he's fine in the role. I think everybody else does a fine job. But the movie is 90 minutes long. It's lean. It feels like a quick get-in, get-out action thrill ride, and I enjoyed myself immensely in it. It's not going to break any new ground, but I think it's a pretty entertaining popcorn film. I give Unstoppable a 3.5 out of 5. Go see that. Do not see Skyline, for the love of God. I'll be posting that review soon, don't worry. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be back tomorrow with another one for you.